conversation online and be a part of WCTC's real-time talk. Like 1450 WCTC on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at 1450 WCTC. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
Think we could listen to the radio or something?
On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
7:08. It is now hour 2 of Jersey Central. On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. I'm Bert. Good morning to you. We'll have our contest a little bit later on here in this 7 o'clock hour. State Theater New Jersey Double Play. It's your chance to win a pair of tickets to Priscilla Presley, who will be there later this month. Special guest moderator for her event will be Max Weinberg of the East Street Band. And also tickets for Glenn Burtnick's Xmas Show, which is back at State Theater on December 9th. STNJ.org is the official website of State Theater New Jersey if you want to get some information or purchase some tickets. But your chance to win a pair of tickets to both of those shows with our double feature giveaway that we're doing all week is coming up in just a little bit. Well, more than 100 million U.S. adults have high cholesterol, and as you know, it's a major risk factor for heart disease, and it is also, still to this day, the leading cause of death in America. Now, to lower cholesterol and to help prevent heart disease, doctors often prescribe something called statins. It's a category of medicine that helps lower the bad cholesterol. It includes multiple safe and effective treatment options, too. So why do about 3/4 of people who are prescribed statins stop taking them within a year of starting them? Joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline, I want to welcome in a cholesterol specialist. His name is Dr. Eliot Brinton, and he's the director of Atherometabolic Research at the Utah Foundation for Biomedical Research to talk about why this is happening. Dr. Brinton, good morning, and I hope I didn't butcher Atherometabolic Research too badly.
No, you're fine. Thank you.
Pretty close. Thank you. Thank you for being here. In the interest of full disclosure, my 7:30 guest brought in donuts as a gift for me because he's going to be on the show coming up a little bit after you. High cholesterol. Am I good with donuts with the high cholesterol?
They're fine as long as you don't eat them.
Oh.
If you just want to look at them, maybe smell them.
I am gazing upon them, so all right. But in all honesty, if people are prescribed these drugs, Dr. Brinton, and they're there to obviously help with the heart attack, bring down the risk factor with heart attack, why do so many people, 3 in 4 people, say, well, I don't need to take these anymore? Do they just start feeling better, that they feel they don't need the medicines any longer?
That's the major problem. There are no symptoms with high cholesterol levels, and you don't feel differently if you take or don't take the statin. I mean, some people actually feel worse. So part of the problem is that you may actually have a side effect, or you may fear a side effect. There's a lot of negative press about the statins out there on the internet. Some of it's just a matter of the habit or getting out of the habit, maybe cost. There are lots of different reasons why people stop.
And maybe just the fact that, physically on the outside, it's not like a broken bone or a laceration or something that, goes through treatment and you visually see that you're feeling better. Since you can't see cholesterol, maybe just people just say, well, it's got to be working, so maybe I don't need to take it anymore. I feel great. And that's when people start to run into trouble, I take it.
Well, statins can't work if you don't take them. And so people will stop a statin saying, hey, I took this for a month, a year, whatever period of time, and then they don't realize that they need to keep taking them. So when you stop taking a statin, it stops working, and now all of a sudden your risk is back to where it was before. Now,
there's also a national sort of consumer education campaign that's sort of taking flight across the country. You selected a pretty well-known person to talk about the importance of these drugs, a guy that's had his own heart problems over the years. A guy who I've had the pleasure of meeting and interviewing, Regis Philbin. He's had heart trouble, and he is now going to kind of help spread the word about the importance of statin drugs, right?
He is doing a great job of this. He has had heart disease. He's actually taken 2 different statins because the first one wasn't working properly. He had some side effects from it, so he had to talk to his doctor and get a second statin. Also, we get Joy on that video on the website, and she is fabulous in terms of the role that a spouse can play in terms of helping a patient be on the treatment and stay on it.
Gotcha. As with any medication, doctor, if somebody just says, well, you know what, I feel like I'm pretty good. I've been on these for 6 months, 9 months, whatever. Should I continue to take them, doctor? This is something that you should talk to your doctor regularly about, right? That's always the best thing to do?
Absolutely. There's this process we call shared decision-making, and that is so important. It's a two-way street between the doctor and the patient, and the patient really should not take the initiative of doing anything, including stopping the statin, without talking with the doctor. Another important thing is the medications that the patient is taking. So often the doctor isn't aware of everything the patient is taking, especially over-the-counter or dietary supplements. And without that complete list, the doctor cannot make the right decision about the particular statin that's best for that patient.
And what I've noticed over the years that's very tricky about cholesterol, doctor, is that a lot of times you can't just look at a person and based on their weight, if they have an appearance of perhaps being overweight or maybe they look like their ideal weight, you've got to throw cholesterol out the window because I've seen people who, I'm telling you, doctor, skinny as rails, but their cholesterol is off the charts. And other people maybe who are carrying some extra pounds, but their cholesterol is just fine. So you can't really, weight is really not a good indicator as to what someone's cholesterol level is it?
Not at all. I mean, weight has its own effects on health, but cholesterol is almost completely independent of weight.
So that's not a factor. Body mass index, does that impact cholesterol numbers at all?
Same story, not really at all.
Okay. So the best thing to do is talk to your doctor. Everybody's different, and if your doctor says take the medication, take it and stay on it. That's the bottom line.
That is definitely it, and we have this website, takecholesteroltoheart.com. Fabulous resources. Not only do we have this wonderful video from Regis and Joy, but we have a lot of resources for the patient, a little survey they can fill out of their own health. They can print it out and hand carry it to the doctor, and that reminds them to have the conversation, gives them something to talk about, make sure they're asking the right questions, make sure they have that dialogue that is critical to success with statins. We've got to customize or individualize the treatment, and the only way we do that is with adequate doctor-patient communication.
Gotcha. Excellent information. Stay on the statins if your doctor has prescribed them. That's the important thing. Dr. Eliot Brinton, thanks for being my guest this morning on Jersey Central, and here's to keeping New Jersey and America as heart healthy as possible. So thank you for your time.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
You as well. Thank you.